All right, kicking it off. What is going on, everyone? Hope you're having an amazing day. Continuing the series to go over the Paradox Parker lineup of rods. This is the final one we have currently in store. If you haven't watched the other two videos, make sure to go check them out. Studio Composite rods are from Japan, made in Japan, as well as utilize custom carbon fiber components on their rods, all made in-house, put together, literally all hand done with epoxy, spun, all that other stuff. So these are incredibly handcrafted rods, and when it comes to overall balance on these rods, they are incredible. So this one right here, this is the 6'5" PF Power Finesse rod. This is probably my favorite in the series when it comes to just do it all, American style tactics, throw a wacky rig, throw a drop shot, throw a Nico rig, which we all kind of clump them all together into like one singular category, I feel like a lot of the time. In the last two videos, we talked about the Nico rig special, how that bend curve is a little bit different from the drop shot special. And we're gonna talk about the same things in this rod here. So the last two rods we talked about, the drop shot and the Nico rig specials, very, very specific for ultra thin braided line. They have much smaller guide trains on them. So having that smaller line is a big key. It's a little bit different on this one here. So let's talk about some of the overall paper specs. 6'5" rod PF. This is rated for 1.2, number 1.2 PE, which is the braided line, and then 10-pound monofilament. So this one here is going to be a lot more attractive to your American buyer. 1.2 is going to be a lot bigger overall in terms of sizing for your line. So putting it in American style terms, your 10-pound Cigar Smackdown or your 10-pound J-braid is gonna be perfect for this rod. It's gonna be plenty strong enough. Trust me, guys. I have put 10-pound braided line, Smackdown, J-braid, all of them really, into brush piles, into rocky areas, and it performs excellent. That is gonna be some of the really, really good things about this rod. You can use bigger line, and it has a bigger guide train to handle that, which is good. Lure rating of 1/4 ounce. I think this is where I have a little discrepancy in it. I think this is really more rated for around like a, not quite half, maybe like 3/8. You could do like 3/8 overall weight. So that might be 1/4 ounce head plus like a Sakamata shad, which is where this rod can really shine. So they do have a mid-strolling specific rod. However, this one here, for what I like to do for mid-stroll slash hover stroll, it has a decently soft tip section in 25% of the rod, and then it kind of shuts off. You're gonna see right here, it has that tip section and it really strengthens up. It really gets going into a true kind of like medium heavy. It's not quite medium heavy, but it's almost there. But up in this tip section, it's going to be a medium and a full kind of exponential growth, which is really, really good for versatility when it comes to throwing soft baits as well as hard baits with treble hooks. And that is where I think this rod shines. Again, the blank is soft enough to where you can throw either of those very, very efficiently. The rod does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus a tip, so 9 guides overall. So very, very good control of your line. And as usual, Paradox Parker series is 2-pieced here, so you're able to travel with it very, very easily. And again, 6'5", it's gonna give you plenty of length to reach out some of those longer targets. Being a power finesse rod, there's a lot of different techniques you can do. So some of those bigger Nico rigs, bigger drop shots, that's what this rod was made for. Having that bigger line, better pickup is also going to be really, really good and beneficial for it. I think, you know, we talked about in the other video how reel choice can really affect how this rod feels. I would definitely go with what you feel comfortable with on this one. So the drop shot one I didn't mention, I would go with the CI4 Plus or a lighter frame. This one here, you could really do both. I really enjoy like a 3000 size CI4 Plus frame, so something like a Xsense or Vanford, something utilizing a lighter body with a bigger reel, or going with like a 2500 size in a core solid like Twin Power or Stella. That's where these rods can shine. Again, there's so many cool things you can do nowadays to tweak your reel, add, you know, different bearings or add different handles, everything like that. And I think this is a really good showing of how you can play with everything to get a really, really good balance. You know, overall, it has a really good balance point, really, really far up the blank. But again, like I said, you can put either reel on it that you want, I would probably go with more of a coarse solid body, just because I want that extra feeling of power, if you know what I mean. You know, something, the difference between like a Metanium MGL and like a Bantam MGL, that Bantam just feels rock solid in your hands. So guys, that will conclude the spinning portion, and I hope you found the information helpful, and we're going to be talking about the casting version here next week. So make sure to check those out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one here at Lake Pro Tackle. See you guys.